All right, welcome, folks. We're going to do some gentle yoga this evening. So, this is a usual sequence that I do in my yoga fusion classes, and it's a real simple, gentle sequence. You could do most of it lying down. It's very relaxing, so it's good for stress relief. If you have any back problems or back issues, it does wonders for that as well. So, hope you enjoy it. We're going to start with meditation. So you can sit in a chair if you like. You can also sit on the ground or on a cushion. If sitting is difficult for you, I'm going to invite you to lie down. So you can lie in a shavasana position, face up. You can also put your hands on your lower belly if you like. If you're sitting, let's lengthen the spine, close the eyes. And begin by tuning in to your body. And I'm going to invite you to connect with the feeling sense of the body. And begin to notice the breath, but let the breath be very relaxed. If you want to help out your exhale, and breathe out and push the air out, you can do that. But let the inhale be passive. In general, keep the breath nice and relaxed. And pay close attention to your exhales. Keep breathing out, just helping your exhale out a little, not a lot, just a little exhale, pushing out at the end, helping it out. As you're doing that, stay with the felt sense of the body, stay with the felt sense of the breath. Nice. Now let's bring the hands into the abdominal area. And as you inhale, let's see if we can bring the belly out away from the spine. Push the belly forward slightly as you breathe in. As you exhale, draw the belly back to our spine. You can even round the spine slightly. Head comes forward slightly. Inhale, open the belly up. Take a deep breath into that core. And exhale. Slightly engaging the core. Let's take one more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Bringing the palms together in front of the heart. Once more, lengthening the spine. Remind yourself why you're here. And setting the intention for your practice today. Taking a moment to center yourself, to come into the body the best you can. And let's do a little bow into our practice. Welcome. So from here, let's come down onto our backs. So we'll begin in a shavasana position. And let's start with a quick body scan. So as you're lying down, take your awareness from the head and move it down through the body. Do a sweep of the body with your awareness. Notice how the body feels. And take a nice leisurely breath or two, taking your time breathing in and taking your time breathing out. Okay, from here, bring the arms overhead. And stretch through the heels, extend through the legs, reach up through the arms, elongate the body and the spine. And take a nice deep breath here. Exhale long. Begin breathing into the rib cage, armpits, chest. Opening up the rib cage and the intercostals. Again, breathing into your ribs. Spreading those ribs open. And then bringing awareness, breath into your spine. And see if you can feel the spine as you breathe into the spine. And take a moment to simply relax the body, soften the body more, and relax the body into the ground. Can you let the body weight surrender more fully into the floor? And next time you exhale, I'm going to invite you to breathe out of your mouth. Make a little sound on the exhale out of the mouth. Release some of the tension that you've accumulated throughout this day, or maybe from the previous day. And walk your feet up. Keep your feet about hips width distance apart. Drop your knees to the right. Slide the arms over to the left. Turn the head and look left. As your knees are pressing down here, attempt to pull the arms up and away from the knees, from the feet. So you're lengthening and elongating the body. Very nice. And switch. Take your knees over to the side. Knees go to the left. Slide the arms over to the right. Turn the head to the right. Just enjoy the gentle stretch. Gravity will do most of the work. You just have to relax. If you're having a hard time relaxing, focus on the breathing. Open the breathing up. You can always accentuate the stretch by pushing the knees down and pulling the arms up. Good, and center position. Bring the arms down to the sides. Gather your legs in towards the body. Cradle the knees with your hands. Don't pull the legs in too hard. Keep the sacrum and lower back on the ground. Rock side to side. Now as you're rocking side to side, let's close the eyes. And try to rock all the way to the outer hip, outer shoulder. Turn the head with the body. And bring awareness to the back side of your body and your spine. Breathe into your spine. Begin releasing the tension you're holding in the back body. And come back to the breath. Return to the feeling sense of your body. Take a break from the mind. How does your body feel here right now? And then roll the legs in circles. So you're still keeping the ankles crossed, but you're rotating your knees, your hips in circles here. You can guide the movement with the hands, or you can let go of the knees and just let the legs, hips rotate on their own. And reverse. Notice your breathing again. And pause. Uncross your ankles. From here, begin to rotate the knees away from each other and then towards each other. In circles, working the hip joints. Try lightly flexing the toes, stretching the toes out. And reverse. Take a nice deep breath, one more round. And release. Feet down to the ground. Take your arms overhead again once more. And then this time you're going to rock the thighs and knees side to side, but go back and forth. Instead of holding, we're going to alternate and just roll the hips and the thighs from one side to the other, side to side. Get back to center. And take the arms, stretch upward, lengthen the spine. Let the lower back come off the floor slightly. Keep your hips on the ground though. Just the lower back arches. Take a breath here into your lower spine. Open the ribs, stretch from the hips to the armpits. Exhale long. Relax your jaw. Palms facing down next to the hips. As you inhale, lift the hips up. Gently up into bridge. As you exhale, roll the spine down slowly. Push the vertebrae down into the ground. And repeat. Inhale, lift all the way up. And on the exhale, roll down slowly. Pushing the vertebrae into the ground actively. Massaging the spine along the floor. And repeat. Inhale, breathing in. As you warm up, go a little higher. And as you exhale, roll the spine down nice and easy. Let's take 2 more of this. Breathe in deep. Exhale. Roll it down. And 1 more. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. You'll bring your legs in towards your body. Cross your ankles. Wrap the arms around the legs. And if you can, grab a hold of the wrist here. And then curl the upper back and head up towards the knees here. Push the knees into the arms so it pulls you up. Breathing into the spine. If you like, you can do a round of gentle breath of fire. Right? Or you can breathe naturally, your choice. And then release. Bring the head down. Relax the legs. Turn the head side to side. Roll the neck. And release. Feet down to the ground. Lift the hips all the way back up the bridge. Walk your shoulders or your shoulder blades in. And if you can, interlock your fingers. If not, just grab the side of your mat on both sides and push the wrists and elbows, shoulders down, and walk your shoulder blades in further. Yeah, just your feet. Ground the feet. Walk the knees in towards each other slightly. Push up with the hips. Squeeze the glutes slightly. Breathe into the chest. Expand the chest. Breathe into your neck. Nice. And then release the arms. Now keep your hips up. Take your arms overhead. Then roll the spine down slowly. When you get to that mid-spine, I want you to pause there. And reach the hands towards your thighs and curl the upper back and head off the ground. From here, rotate those arms in circles and massage that mid-spine into the ground. And then reverse. Good. And then roll your spine down. Again, check out the neck. If it's a little stiff or tense, roll the head side to side. Put one hand on the belly, put one hand on the chest. Relax for a moment. Take a couple rounds of breath, just resting. Give yourself an opportunity to breathe all the way out. One more breath. Stay with it. Come back to your body. Feel the breath. Sleep. And take that right leg up into the air. So depending on your hamstring flexibility here, you can bend the knee, okay, as much as you need to. Interlace your fingers behind the right hamstrings and pull the leg in towards your body. From here, begin to rotate the ankle and the foot in circles. As you initiate the ankle rotation, take a nice deep breath. And reverse, rotate the ankle and the foot in the opposite direction. Take a nice slow deep breath. Feel the ankle, feel the foot. Bring your awareness into that leg. And then feel the spine resting and melting into the ground. Relax your back, relax your body into the ground. And then point and flex the foot. Curl the toes back, press the heel, and then point your foot, point your toes back and forth. Take a breath. Good. Now curl the toes back like this. Foot and dorsal flexion. Press to the heel and push your leg into the hands. Now pull back on the leg more with the hands. So the leg and the hands and the arms are fighting each other slightly. Hold it. If you like, you can walk your hands up. This is optional. A little higher on the legs and bring the head up towards the knee and hold it there. Active tension between the leg and the hands. And release head down, bend and strain the knee. Kick the leg. And then you're going to take that right ankle right across the left thigh. Okay, you can flex the foot in dorsal flexion here. The right hand goes against the inner thigh, pushes down. The left arm goes up on the ground, overhead. Breathe into your right hip. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe into that right hip. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale long. Relax that body. Release that body into the stretch. One more time. Inhale. Yeah, nice long exhale. One more inhale. And a long exhale. Good. Bring that left arm down. Begin to slowly elevate your left foot off the ground. For some of you, this might be too much for your knee, so you might want to skip this part or just elevate a little bit. Okay. For those of you who can bring that left foot off pretty far off the ground, you can also start to reach for that left knee with the left hand or with both hands. You can grab the left knee or behind the knee on the hamstrings. Be gentle with the right knee here, nice and easy, and take a couple deep breaths as you arrive into the stretch. Breathe into that right hip deeply. Work on releasing and opening that hip. Keep working with the breath. Breathe all the way in. And then on your exhale, breathe all the breath out. One more time. All the way in. And as you exhale, feel the body relaxing into the stretch, surrendering into the stretch. Nice. And slowly release the left foot down. Slide that right leg out. Bend and straighten the knee a couple times. Do a little comparison of the legs. See if they feel different after doing that. You should notice a difference. All right. Right foot down, left leg up. Interlock your fingers behind the left leg. Remember, it's okay to have the knee bent. Begin to rotate the ankle. Left ankle rotating in circles. As you begin rotating the ankle, take a nice deep breath again. Stay with the body and breath. Return to the body and breath as your meditation object. And reverse. And do your best to go slow and really move the bones and the toes, everything as much as you can. Bring some movement into the foot. Feel all the muscles working here in the calf and your extensors right through the shin. And now point and flex foot back and forth. So this might be a little painful through the tibialis anterior and through the calves. Just try not to skip over the movement. If it hurts, you probably need this. It's a little stiff down there. Good, and curl the toes back. Hold it there. Now again, you can hold there and just push the leg into the hands and pull back a bit more. You'll notice that there should be a little bit more space in the hamstrings, so you should be able to pull the leg in a bit closer. For some of you, if you want to walk the hands up higher and bring the head up, you can. Hold it, push the leg into the hands pull back, and release. Head down, bend and straighten the knee a couple times. And take that left ankle across the right thigh. You can take your left hand, push down against the inner left thigh, and bring the right arm overhead. Now see if you can feel the distance between the left hip and the right shoulder here. And open the breath up right through the torso from the left hip all the way into the right shoulder. Make sure your left knee feels okay with you pushing down against the inner thigh here. Nice deep breath. One more breath. And from here, begin to slowly elevate that right foot. And come up nice and slow. Again, you can have it just barely off the floor. You don't even have to grab the leg. If you can reach with one hand, you can grab the right knee with the one right hand. Or you can take both hands in front of the knee or go behind the legs. So any position works. And as you arrive in your posture, check the left knee, make sure everything feels okay, no pain. And breathe into the hip. Relax your body. Remember, the more you release your nervous system, the better you're going to feel, and also the body and the tension in the body will release in the stretches. So if you relax your body here through your breath, the tense muscles in that left hip will also begin to unwind. Keep breathing. Check on your exhale again. Make sure you're breathing all the way out. Nice. Breathe all the way out. Next exhale. And slowly release. Slide that left leg out. Bend and straighten that knee a couple times. All right, and let's come back to the spine. So we're going to go back up to a bridge one more time. You're going to lift all the way up and walk those shoulder blades in again. Interlock your fingers. Ground the feet. Lift those hips up high. Open the chest up. Turn on the back. Now breathe into the belly this time. Inhale, push the belly out. And exhale, feel the navel move back towards the spine. Nice, and then release the arms again, arms overhead. Roll the spine down slowly. And when you get to that mid-spine, curl the upper back and head up. Reach the hands towards your thighs. Pause. Rotate the spine and the arms in circles. So you rotate on that mid-spine. You're rolling that mid-spine in circles here with the hips up into the air, and the head off the ground, and reverse it. Roll that mid back out. And release. That mid back kills, yeah, when you sit in chair all day. Okay, from here, now if you have space, bring the arms out to the sides like this, like wings. Raise your feet up. And push your lower back into the ground by squeezing the core muscles. Bend the knees at a 90-degree angle. I like to bring my heels together here and the balls of my feet together, but keep the knees apart. From here, again, squeeze the core, push the lower back into the ground. Keeping the core active, begin to bring your legs over to the right. And if you can, go slow. Just go as far as you can comfortably without hurting yourself. So for some of you, it literally might just be a couple inches. And for the rest of you, if you can come a little closer to the ground, hover off the ground, pause. Inhale, come back to center. And I just want you to squeeze the core and push the lower back into the floor. And then exhale, take your legs slowly over to the left, very carefully, keeping the core firm. Okay, so for some of you, a couple inches. For some of you, hovering off the ground a couple inches. Back to center, inhale. Again, pause there, squeeze the core, push the lower back into the ground, and then take the legs over again to the right. Pause, inhale, retract to center, pause there, push the lower back into the ground, and exhale to your left. And again, inhale back to center, push the lower back into the ground, squeeze, and then take your legs over to the right. Pause. Inhale back to center, one more round, push the lower back into the ground, squeeze, and exhale, slowly legs over to the left. And lastly, back to center, inhale, hold there, squeeze. Now lift both legs up, slide the hands behind the head, and lift the upper back and head off the ground, and scoop the sacrum and the pelvis off the ground slightly. Okay, keep the core firm, squeeze that core, hold it, and release, head down. Feet to the ground, rock your thighs, hips and knees side to side. Take a nice deep breath into that belly. If you like, close the eyes. Drop into your body and feel your body. And breathe into the belly. Okay, let's do the core one more time. So bring the legs up into the air. Slide your hands behind the head. And get the upper back and head off the ground. And then scoop the sacrum off the ground slightly. Hold it. Squeeze your core. Breathe steady here. Nice. And release. Head down. Take a breather. Cross your ankles. Lift the feet off the ground. Cradle the knees. Rotate the knees in circles. Close your eyes and breathe into the lower back a couple times. Then reverse it. And then rock vertically up and down along the spine. So again, you can do this very gently. Notice I'm not, on this demo, I'm not rocking up that high, right? The main point is to roll and massage the spine, so you don't need to come all the way up to a seated position. You just roll all the way towards the lower back, and then roll up onto the upper back if you can. And massage the back along the floor. Okay, take a couple more. And up. Phew. From here, cross-legged position, a simple twist. So right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the thigh. Twist gently, look over your shoulder. Tilt that right ear down towards the right shoulder, open up the left side of the neck and breathe into the left side of the spine. Feel your left hip melting into the ground. It's a real gentle twist here, nothing forceful. So this kind of yoga is like giving yourself a nice pleasant massage. It's not so much about strengthening, it's not so much about flexibility, it's just about releasing the body and releasing the nervous system tension. Nice, and then really switch sides. Take your left hand on your fingertips behind you, and the right hand to the outer right thigh. Lift the heart and crown and then slowly twist. Tilt the left ear down towards your left shoulder, open the right side of that neck up. And breathe into the right side of the neck, right side of the spine. See if you can feel that breath rise up the right side of the spine. And release. Take your palms, rub your palms together, warm them up, and then give your lower back a nice rub. A vigorous rub of your lower back. Take a nice deep breath into the lower spine. And walk your hands forward and take a gentle forefold. Just fold the spine forward. And round your spine. And then lower the chin, lower the head down. Use the weight of your head to stretch the spine and breathe into your back. Long exhale. Is your breath getting any deeper naturally as your body releases? Can you breathe all the way down into your pelvic floor, into your lower spine? One more breath. And on your inhale, roll the spine up, come up slowly. From here, twist the body over the right thigh, and then fold gradually over your right leg. And bring the head down. Push down with the left hip. Breathe into the left side of your spine. On that exhale, keep softening. Feel the ground beneath you. And let Mother Earth hold you up. Relax and release. Surrender your body weight more and more into Mother Earth. It's really about relaxing here, letting go of the tension. Notice the more you do that, notice how your state changes. And inhale, come up. Switch it over to the left side and come on down. So we're not doing any forceful stretching here. It's just all gentle. You're working more closely with the breath. It's more about softening and surrendering. Long exhale. And that's why you're really using your arms here for support, so the spine can let go. Providing nice, firm, stable support through the legs, pelvis, and the arms. Then come on back up, inhale. All right, take your fingertips and tap your sternum. Take a slow breath in. Exhale, make a sound, and release the tension in the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And exhale, Sweet. Now take your fingertips. I want you to come into the soft spot in your upper abdomen. And you're going to push your fingertips in deep, fold over, and then rotate and massage your upper abdominals. Okay, so you want to go as deep as you can with the fingers. So it's going to, notice how, see if you can see it. It's sinking all the way in. Okay, and then you're going to dig in deep and then rotate and gently massage. Take a breath and release. Nice deep breath into the belly. See if you feel any difference in the breath. Now, find your nipple line or the center of your collarbones on each side, and then move down a straight line. You find the lowest ribs. Go underneath it to the fleshy part so it's soft in the belly. Fold forward so the belly softens and push the fingertips in. You can rest the wrists on your thighs and just fold over your fingers and let the fingers press in deep. Breathe here and see if you can release tension in the belly. So again, this is underneath the rib cage, right, where the abdomen, right below the ribs though. So if you find your lower ribs, you go right beneath it, and you push the fingers in, folding over. Breathing deep and releasing the belly, releasing the core, diaphragm. And release, coming up. Again, take another deep breath into the belly. See if the abdomen is more pliable and the breath is more easy here. Next, find the navel. So find your belly button. And then go a couple inches to the side of your belly button. Dig your fingers in. Fold over and press your fingers deep into the abdomen. So you can also massage here if you want to. If that's too intense, just fold over the fingers. We'll do a little pressure point therapy here and just push in deep, breathe deep here. Close your eyes, see if you can relax into the pressure and let the fingers in. Nice, and then release, come back up, inhale. Exhale, again, just sit for a moment and notice the breath. Try breathing into the belly and see if it's easier now. If it is, enjoy it and take a couple deep belly breaths. Belly pushing out on the inhale, belly pulling towards the spine on the exhale. Okay, from here, Let's do a little bit of activation. Walk your feet up, fingertips pointing forward. So again here, just do what you can. For some of you, this might be too strenuous, so then take it easy. Inhale. You're just going to lift all the way up towards tabletop and see if you can hold it. For those of you who can hold it, hold it. If you cannot hold it, you can lift as high as you can, just lower down and just build some strength. Lift, pause, inhale, exhale down. If you can hold it, lift all the way to the top and hold it. Turn on the glutes, turn on the back muscles. Again, if you can't quite hold it, just go up on the inhale, lower down on the exhale. See how many repetitions you can do. And beautiful, release. Nice. From here, let's turn around and come onto your hands and knees. Curl the toes under. So the feet are in dorsiflexion. Push the hips back towards the heels. Stretch the feet out. You can even rock the hips side to side. And then walk your hands forward. Lengthen the spine and the torso out as much as you can. And then gently rest the forehead to the ground in child's pose. Try to lengthen your body out, your torso and your spine out as much as you can on your way down. So when you come down and you rest, your body is nice and elongated. You can relax into that stretch. Come back to the breath again. Find the body. One more breath. Breathe all the way out. And then coming up onto your hands and knees. Modified cat-cow. From here, first, let's just move the pelvis forward and back. So tuck the tailbone. Lift the sit bones. Tilt the pelvis forward towards the ground. Top of the pelvis forward. Pull the top of the pelvis back towards the ceiling. Tailbone down. Top of the pelvis forward towards the ground. Tailbone up. Top of the pelvis back. Tailbone down. From here, starting with the pelvis, back bend the spine, look up, and then pull the hips back slightly towards the heels. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin, chest, lean the weight into the hands, forward. Lift the sit bones, pelvis forward, real gentle. Chin up, inhale, look up, pull back with the hips. Exhale, tuck tail, round spine, chin, chest, lean forward into the hands. Sit bones up, back bend, inhale, look up, exhale, tuck, round, chin, chest, lean forward. Inhale, sit bones up, back bend, look up, pull back. Exhale, tuck tail, round spine, chin, chest. A couple more rounds, lean forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And neutral spine, back to child's pose. So for some of you, coming into child's pose all the way might be difficult. So in that case, you can be on the forearms and lean forward and rest your head on the hands like this with the hips up high, if that works for you. And for some of you, you may want to pad your knees. Either way, resting, taking a couple breaths here. Good, coming up, inhale. Walk your knees close together. Take your left leg straight back, right arm forward, inhale, lift and extend. Hold in balance. And release. Switch. Right leg up, left arm up. Hold in balance. If the balance is difficult, you can always keep one hand on the ground and just lift the leg. And release. Okay, and from here, lift the knees off the ground and take it back to a downward dog. So it's okay to have the knees bent here. And if you're new to downward dog by any chance, take it easy. Just lower the knees down at any point if it gets too much for your joints. Take a break. Otherwise, push back, down dog, hold it. If you like, you can bend one knee at a time, turn hips and move the body around. Push back with both legs. Push into the hands. And bend the knees, walk your feet forward. Come to the front of the mat. Take your feet nice and wide. Bend those knees. Slightly shift the weight from one leg to the other. Lean to the left, lean to the right. Sway the spine side to side. And from here, bend the knees. Roll the spine up slowly. Get up to a standing position. Take your arms out to the sides and raise your arms overhead. Look up. Hold there. Let's walk the feet a little closer in here, about hips width distance apart. And just take the gaze up and hold it there. Chin up. If you want, firm the legs and back bend ever so slightly so you can feel a gentle elongation of the front body. Draw the belly in towards the spine and just hold this. You can also soften the shoulders if your neck shoulders are getting tight. Breathing here, looking up, chin up. One more breath. And exhale, release the arms down to the sides. Let's pause here. Weight into the center of the feet. Balancing the body, eyes closed. Feeling the body. Walk your feet apart. Take a nice gentle stance, slight bend in the knees. Hands on the hips, gentle but stable. And then begin to slowly tilt the spine to your left. And tilt the head too. Let the weight of the head pull on the spine. And then come forward. Bring the head forward. Tilt the spine to the right. Go slow. Inhale, tilt the head back, chin up. Arc the spine. Over to the left. Exhale, come forward. And to the right. And inhale, back. To the left. Exhale, forward. And tilt to the right. Inhale, back. Tilt to the left. Exhale, forward. And then reverse. Tilt to the left. Inhale, back. And tilt to the right. Exhale, forward. Again. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you come forward. One more. And exhale. Nice. Come back up. From here, walk your feet closer so they're just about hips width distance. Bend the knees and stick your glutes out. Stick your butt out. Arch the lower back. Arms forward and then gently squat into your hips. We're going to wake up the legs and hips. So this is going to be some work. When you get down, find a comfortable place where you can hang out for a bit. And I actually want you to pulse up and down. Wake up those muscles. bend down, hold it, and press all the way up. Hands on the hips. Take your stance wider than the hips now. Bend the knees slightly. Rotate the hips. And reverse. And feet together. Cup your knees, rotate the knees. Watch your balance. Go slow. And reverse, go the opposite direction. And bend and straighten the knees. Bend the knees, straighten the knees, bend the knees, and straighten the knees. Okay, from here, inhale. Turn the palms facing forward like this. Palms up, bend the knees slightly again. Pull up with the arms and arc back just a little bit, not a lot. Hold it there, chin up. Slight back bend. Firm the core, hold the posture. And slowly fourfold all the way down into the fourfold. Lightly pulse here. So you're going to lift the spine up slightly and then lower. Lift the spine up slightly and lower. And repeat that. Pulse your spine up and down a couple more times. And then twist over to the right, pulse. Over the right leg. And twist over to the left, pulse. And center, pulse. Now from here, bend the knees. Slowly begin to lower the hips. Now we're going to go all the way to a low squat here. So be prepared. If you can, go straight down. If you cannot, grab a cushion or something to sit on to elevate your hips. You can just lean back on something, sit on it. But see if you can bring your knees all the way into that deep flexion and your hips into deep flexion. Shoulders on the inside of the knees. Bring the arms forward. Breathe into your hips, your lower back. Nice. Take a nice deep breath in. And long exhale. Take your hands behind you. Lower your hips to the ground. Bring the legs forward and bounce the knees. So it's like you're kicking, but pushing the back of the legs into the ground like this. And then roll the legs in and out. Tap your big toes together. All right, let's do something kind of silly and funny, but it's actually good for you. So, okay, elbows bent. You're going to walk with your legs. So pick up one leg, flop it forward, tilt the pelvis, and shift forward. And then go back. This is going to be shifting your sacroiliac joint. My aunt taught me this years ago. She does a lot of body stuff and yoga stuff too. And I found it to be actually quite effective for releasing the sacroiliac. Good. Release and go all the way. One more time. Twisting the pelvis. And reverse, go back. And back forward, one more time. All right, good. From here, bring your feet up. And let's give ourselves a foot massage. So use your thumbs and vigorously rub your feet. Rub those arches. Massage the arches of your feet. And then give your toes a squeeze. Squeeze each of your toes. Roll those toes. And then rub the arches again with the heel of your palms. Then come up, rub the inner legs, inner calves. So we're massaging the meridians here, inner knees, inner thighs. Wrap around the waist, rub the lower back one more time. Take a deep breath there. If you like, use your fingertips and rub the bones, right? The vertebrae and then all the way down towards the sacrum, back of the pelvis. Good. Put your hands in front of you and take a gentle forward fold. Again, don't use force. This is our gentle yoga session, so we're just going to take it easy. Once you get settled, close your eyes. Try breathing into the pelvis. We released the abdomen and diaphragm earlier. So notice and see if your breathing is naturally deeper. It's easier to breathe into the belly. Feel the body here. Be present with your body. Slow things down. Feel the ground beneath you. Meditate on the body's connection to gravity and to the earth.